Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got in a bipod to take a look at. This one's coming from CVLIFE and it's their carbon fiber model. This is going to mount quickly and easily to your sling studs, be fairly lightweight, and have multiple height positions. So stick around if you want to learn about it. I'll do a real quick unboxing, go over all the features and specifications, get out to the range, do a little bit of testing with it, and then give some thoughts on it. So the packaging is pretty decent on this one. A lot of bipods I get just come in a plain brown cardboard box or even just a black one, but CVLIFE does put their branding and stuff on there. But let's get it opened up, see how things are packaged and what all we get here. So it looks like the bipod and a manual. Quickly show you this manual here. There are some nice illustrations and some written instructions. I looked for the warranty information, but I couldn't find anything in the manual or on the Amazon listing. They have this contact us down here, but they don't leave any type of contact information. Alright, so here is this carbon fiber bipod, and first impressions pulling out of that bag there is this thing is beefy. Like the legs are way bigger than my thumb. Like it feels like this is very well built. I know that this is supposed to support well over 100 plus pounds. So I believe just this part right through here of the legs is supposed to be carbon fiber, for strength and to reduce some weight. And then I think some of this up here is aluminum. There's a little bit of rubber here. And then I believe the underside of the legs, like the inside part that this will slide on, is some type of like heavy duty plastics. But this up here is obviously how it's going to attach to your sling swivel stud. And again, it does have like a pretty thick rubber pad right there so it doesn't mar up your stock or anything. Here's how you're going to change the position of the legs. And I believe there's 5 different positions that it can go into. So yeah, there's 3, and it can go all the way back here, 4 and 5. And I'll check out the lockup of all of these later in different positions. These buttons right here is how you're going to adjust the leg height, and we'll go through all of these, but I think there's maybe 7 different positions. It's a little bit tight, but I'll keep working on that, get that to loosen up some. But again, I'll check the lock in every single position. I'll put it down and put weight on it and stuff. But that's how you check all of that. It does have rubberized feet here. And again, I'll do some shooting later and see how that works on a bench and stuff. This knob underneath is how you're going to attach that to your sling swivel stud. And if you actually use a sling and then you lose that to attach this bipod, they actually include one here as well, so you can still run your sling on this. Kind of want to show you guys this underside here and these little cutouts. So when you push the button to change the leg position, that will go through and then lock in those positions. And again, it does feel very, very solid right now. But you push in there, you can see it kind of frees that up and then allows you to go to the next spot. I talked earlier about the carbon fiber and rubbers and plastics. Some of the hardware is some type of magnetic metal. I don't know exactly what it is, but the sling stud attachment right there is some type. And then that little piece that's on the inside there of the release for the leg position is some type of metal as well. So in the shortest position, it's about 7.5 inches in height, and the space between the legs in the shortest position is also about 7.5 inches. There are 7 different height positions, and I think that we gain about 4 inches at the very max. But you can see that this locks really well. This will pop out when it locks into that position there. Again, I'll test all of these over the next couple weeks whenever I get out to the range, but yeah, at its highest position, it looks like we're just over 11 inches. And the space between the legs here is just under 11 inches. Let's grab a weight on this guy. 14.9 ounces. So I will be working with just my barrel and stock here. It's a lot easier to show you guys work on stuff like this. But just so YouTube knows, putting a bipod on a rifle does not modify the rifle in any way. It still does exactly what it was originally manufactured to do. So I generally prefer my legs going toward the front. Some people do fold them back up this way and put their hand over the legs. I just like mine going out to the front. With a bipod like this where the legs can swivel 180 degrees, you could technically mount it either direction. It doesn't really matter. However, because of this little extra sling stud down here, I'm probably going to have it coming to the back, because if my legs are going out here, I don't want my sling basically being in the way of those. So we'll make this come to the back here. And to mount this, it's super simple. You just literally set this on here like that right there and start tightening this knob, and that buckle is basically self-locating and will cinch right up. So that took all of about 3 seconds or so to screw that on there. Try to show you guys what the fitment looks like. Let's see how centered we are. All of that looks really good. So yeah, obviously once it's mounted, if you need to use it, you just bring this down to whatever position you want, and then you're set up like that. Let's just say that this, I think it was 7.5 inches. Let's just say that that's too tall for the shot that you're trying to take. You actually can put these in those like 45-degree positions and then get this much lower, and this will definitely support that. And like I said, if you want to run your legs back this way, you could do that. Just know that like if you're standing to take a shot or whatever, that your hand is likely going to be on this instead of up on the stock itself. Whereas if you have them going out to the front, you can still put your hand up here to take shots. All right, guys, out at the range this morning with that CVLIFE bipod. Gonna do a little bit of shooting here. Going to check out all the different heights of it, make sure everything feels stable and that there aren't any issues. So do you guys have any bipods or any other products from CVLIFE? If so, let me know down in the comments what you think of them. So I had a chance to get out and use this bipod. Overall, I really like it. This thing is sturdy. It really is built like a tank. This is super easy to attach and detach. Basically no tools at all are needed. You just line stuff up and then turn that dial a few times. Like I said earlier in the video, maybe 3-4 seconds at the most. Just so quick. So with these 7 different positions, it gives you a total of almost a 4-inch difference. And again, you can bring this one down to only have a 2-inch difference or whatever. But the way it's set up right now, imagine if you're on like the side of a hill and you need this side to be low but this side to be long, so that you're still shooting stable and level. That's a great thing about having all these different positions, that once you're down here it's still very stable as well. When I was out at the range, I was shooting on a concrete bench, and these feet were plenty sturdy up there. I didn't notice really any movement whatsoever. And I would say just about every time that I do a bipod video, somebody asks me if you can remove these rubber feet. And yeah, they just basically press down in here, because people act like they have different ones that they like to put in there. But that's the kind of shape that you're going to need on this particular one. Couple things I don't necessarily care for. I've had this a couple weeks now and honestly been messing with it about every day. And to extend these legs and bring them back in, it's still rather stiff. Like the button feels fine when you push it, but when you try to pull them out, it's hard to describe. It's almost like the plastic sliding on plastic. I may end up putting some type of lube or something on here, because I can feel it like gripping right through here on each side, but it is definitely stiff. They're not spring loaded like some other bipod legs where you just push a button and they jump out. They don't move unless you manually move them. They definitely have stayed stiff. Another thing to remind you of is that this bipod is a little bit on the heavy side. It's almost 15 ounces. I know carbon fiber is supposed to make things more lightweight and strong. This thing is definitely strong, but I don't think the carbon fiber really helps the weight. I mean, this is a heavy duty bipod. The rifle that I was using at the range that day, I think weighs between 8 and 9 pounds, so it's a very heavy rifle. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, they say you can press like over 100 pounds of force on this, while it's on your rifle, and it's not going to collapse or anything. But I'm just saying that because it does add almost a pound to your rifle. And finally, the last little thing I'll mention again is that I couldn't find any warranty information, and then they didn't provide any of their contact information where they said it would be. So I guess the question is, would I put this on one of my rifles? Would I recommend it to one of you guys? And the answer to that is yes. This thing is heavy duty. It performs really well. You will definitely see this same bipod in multiple upcoming videos when I'm out testing scopes and just various other things. So yeah, I really do like this one. So this bipod is available on Amazon at the CVLIFE store. They're coming in around $70 right now, and I do not see any type of like clickable coupon codes or anything, and they did not provide me any. But I will leave that link in case you guys want to find out more information on the bipod. I think there's about 20 reviews, so if you want to read any of them or if you want to pick one up. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.